we'll get on right to things. Our racers are actually all ready to go. Before we get started, we have a quick bracket recap. Yesterday we had our final quarters match, which was Sonic versus Met. Really close race. Oh my god.
Ridiculously close race, yeah.
So much opportunity. Holy. But we'll get to see VG play Sonic later today. Meanwhile, our first race for today will be Ragna and Jaylawn. So these guys are about ready to go. I'm gonna send them off.
Alright. Do you think Jaylawn goes to Pride Lands early? Or do you think he dances around it?
No. So some insider info, insider scoop.
Ooh.
Is he was actually helping set up someone with what is it? The archipelago. He was helping out Kale, and I joined their call because they were just in one of the discords, just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
And during that call, he was jokingly saying, "All right, I'm not gonna do Pride Lands. I'm gonna do everything else. I'm gonna do all my basic shotguns. But as soon as I get a Trinity limit form or fire,
yeah,
he's going SDT."
Let's go. It could pay out. You never know. You never know.
It paid out last time.
Yeah, it did.
Very immensely.
Also, Ragna's Lilith did start 15 seconds early, but it's not a big deal. It's a flat 15 seconds. Just remove it at the end. It is what it is. Oh! Here we go. Let's get the 3.
He's leaving. There's no way.
Yeah, he's definitely leaving. Oh, there's a magnet in the first 3, though. That's big. That's really big. Really glad they at least shotgunned the first 3, because missing out on that magnet for a very long time would have been absolutely brutal. Alright, Ragna getting through the first fight. Maybe I said that too soon. Okay, we're good.
He does have magnet as a defensive tool. He messed up the first time.
Yeah.
He had a magnet before.
Magnet's really good.
Yeah, wow, combo boost as well.
Level 7, you'd love to see that.
Oh
no. Oh no.
Oh
no.
Oh
no.
It's getting worse.
That's only the first room, man. Oh no.
It's getting worse, dude.
Surely it will come all the way back around, right?
Ragna's probably having a great old laugh right now.
Yeah,
he's like,
I
know
would
where
imagine.
Jaylawn is. I know where Jaylawn's not going. I have all these things. So Jaylawn glide diffed Nintendo.
Yeah.
But now it might happen to him this time.
On the other side of the coin.
The only way that Jaylawn would go back to Pride Lands if it gets hinted like pretty much immediately for a huge under. He literally will not throw. Like, he's going to do everything to like sort of meme and pick other choices than Pride Lands.
Yeah, he's not throwing by doing it. He's still trying to win.
Yeah. That is the big takeaway. He will eventually go to Pride Lands if he needs to. Jaylawn also showing off the power of Halloween Town. Really solid place to get XP. Wow, he gets XP.
Oh, speaking of the XP. Oh man, that's brutal for
Jaylawn. Worse.
Oh, glide on levels at least. Maybe.
Okay. Well,
at least you have glide too.
Yeah. Okay, Blizzard as well.
Honestly, a really good Pride Lands.
Poor Jaylawn. He will get slight movement diffed, just only slightly. I mean, obviously for the longer rooms, like any room like in Hollow Bastion or Twilight Town, the difference will be huge. But for smaller rooms, it's not terribly bad. He can make up the time.
Yeah. Glide 3 is massive, though.
God, this Pride Lands needs to be hinted right now to potentially say Jaylawn. But then again, he would probably be persuaded to go to STT, as I kind of said.
Yeah.
So that might make things worse. Okay, we do get our first hint. The one number was is a 14. It's pretty small. Nothing too crazy there, probably. I feel like you definitely do the Warner was almost late until you feel like you need to find a potential 9 or that 5.
Mm-hmm.
Surely the next hint will be Pride Lands, right? It's only 3 progression points away. That's not bad.
Pride Lands definitely is like hint number 6. I didn't realize that they got finishing plus on levels too, so honestly, like, Ragna's sitting pretty right now. Has a magnet, has a blizzard. Glide 3, good set. Okay stats. Actually, no, never mind. Those stats are bad. Level 11 with only 14 magic and 11 strength. That's not great. Could be a really weak Keyblade, though, to be fair.
You can see Jaylawn is using a different Keyblade.
Yeah.
Alright, I always forget that Ragna and what is it? It's like a few set of people from their crew, but they always play with different named items.
Yeah.
Important checks. Fun fact, if you go to Dragon Blast's Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DragonBlast1007, and I believe you type !magic, it has like a giant paragraph of text that explains every specific magic.
Oh, really?
It's very detailed. I appreciate the the effort put into that.
Yeah. Ooh, combo boost Keyblade.
It's a terrible Keyblade though. I think it's 3-4.
Was it 3-4?
It looked bad.
It
looked
3-7.
bad.
Oh.
I might have been looking at the other number. Actually, I think you're right. I think you're right. It was better because Jaylawn's stats did go up. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
He has a reflect.
I'm not gonna lie. If he did Pride Lands and got the limit, he might frame 1 code there.
Yeah, he would be there.
I mean, okay, if he finds a fire, again, he jokingly said that if he gets a fire or Trinity or limit, he would go.
I could see him going with if he gets Trinity. I don't know if he will if he only gets a fire, to be honest with you.
He does an okay job. Surprisingly, you actually want to be sort of like on the weaker side of things if you're going to use fire, so that way you can pull out as many orbs as possible without killing them. It's like such a weird knowledge check kind of thing to say that.
If you have like really high set, or if you're above the ceiling, it's just like, oh, I got 2 fires and they're dead.
And then you just have to sit there and spam the fire finisher like 3 different times.
Jaylawn opting to track Piglet and
boost.
Ooh, double EXP boost and a glide! Ooh.
Okay, so that's if Ragna shotguns that at any point, that'll be glide 4 versus glide 3 for a long majority.
I'd rather glide 4 versus glide 3 than glide 2 versus glide 3, so...
I will say a lot of people have mentioned it, and I kind of agree that depending, like, glide 4 can be a little bit tougher to control at certain times.
Yeah, there are certain rooms where it can be really awkward. Also, Reflecting doesn't cast a Courtyard, so that SCT play looking a little bit less likely, potentially. Ragna also opting to push the mouse immediately. I like this. get the progression points for it.
Always be solid progression points. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I should buff it.
Ooh, really?
Imagine like the controversy of buffing this mini push. Just one extra.
Yeah,
then
I don't
it's
know.
like you buff like
that.
other things. No, that way it's like, okay, you commit to TR, but hear me out, but you went to TR. The faster the format gets, the worse it gets. Raiden and chat bring up a good point.
Simba
A lot
Zero.
of people are, yeah, as a lot of people have been saying that as of late. I kind of think that's fine, potentially.
I think it'd be interesting, yeah.
I would say maybe for like if I were to like redo the path settings, then maybe that would actually be an okay play, like an okay choice or design decision.
Yeah. It could be interesting, like buffing a few minor things, but nerfing some early stuff potentially. So you're rewarded if you do early pushes or something like that. Could be interesting. I don't know how balanced it would be though.
Yeah, a lot of the philosophy from the progression points and how it was sort of made is the balance of the time investment you spend going to those checkpoints or those progression points or progression marks in a world versus like the check density you get. So like balancing those things out together is kind of the philosophy of why certain points are the way they are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, so Jaylawn actually opts to dip out of Timeless River. That's a bit fair. Or not do Timeless River, do the mini escort. So just go straight to Agrabah. Meanwhile, for Ragna, they're not finding much here.
Yeah. Cosmic Arts, I mean, early stats could be helpful. Not really what you're hoping to see if you push all the way to TR, though.
Your stats are Garbo.
Yeah.
13, 14. Oh god.
I don't think this Ragnarok even kills. Well, definitely not now, because it's all going to get hit by the ticket
Oh
stick.
my god. I had a feeling that was gonna.
Oh no, is that
again.
happening again? Okay,
Okay,
never
good.
mind.
Oh, that doesn't even kill.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
awful.
little rough.
Oh, I like that. Strike rate kill, very nice.
Yeah.
I would have never done that. Very smart. But also, I literally can't do it. I personally have ethers mapped to square, and that's where strike rate is. So yeah.
Let's menu it, Smile.
Okay.
Ooh. Proof in TR.
Oh, we get data Marley.
It do always be TR though. Is this the first data Marley or no? Oh no, Sonic and Met had Marley.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Data Marley just yesterday.
Yeah.
So we'll see how these guys handle. We'll see if Jaylawn tries to go for some fast strats. If he does.
Yeah, it depends on what tools he has by that point, I guess. Huh?
I will say that's actually a really nice early hint to get, because that means if you sort of run out of options that you think are like safe or non-committal, you can just push TR for some quick progression points.
Yeah.
That is kind of one of the nice things about progression points, is that you'll get rewarded for just doing the content you have to do anyway. It's just the sooner you do it, the more reward you get. The later you do it, less reward, just because you're likely just not gonna get that much info out of it. Nothing in this Agrabah really. Obviously the torn page and the hints and the Proud Fang. That's nothing really too crazy.
Yeah, not really. Slapshot as well, but I mean, yeah. Yeah, these stats are a little bit sad. 21 magic for Jaylawn with the Keyblade, and I believe Shadow Archive, though. So, magic stats certain to look nice.
It'll do for Bailey.
Yeah.
I think barely.
He could go Beast Castle as well and do Thresholder 1 cycle with Reflect, even though it's a little bit awkward. It is a possibility with that magic set.
I will say, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've 1 cycled Thresholder with Reflect in like a year.
Dude, it's so awkward that they be Reflect. With
Oh,
Reflera,
God.
it's not too bad.
I gave him a fire. I think. I don't know if it's time quite yet. I'm
He
a
has
little
Glide
scared.
3, man.
He does have Glide 3. Oh no.
Hey, a Torn Page and 100 Acre. That's very cool.
It's actually
Honestly,
a pretty okay hint.
I was gonna say that's a very good hint, because then if 100 Acre gets hinted as a 5, you know, it's like, oh hey, it was just a Torn Page, I don't need to worry about it.
Alright, is he trying to auto-limit?
I don't believe this Keyblade has auto limit. I think their other key did, but the Keyblade he's using now. Oh, he's EXP boosting? Man,
This is unheard of.
let's go, dude.
I have never seen someone XP grind it. I respect it.
Yeah, no, I did not see that coming in the slightest.
Okay, I
Have
thought I was
either
about to
of
go
them-
SCT.
Check the shop for what this unlocks are there, or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, Jaylawn is just gonna commit to the mini games. I think it's a little bit fair.
This also gets him a hint right now, so that could be swaying him to do it. Because any other point he would get now would be a commit, so just doing this since you're already here for the hint could be valuable. Yeah, Ragna did force final.
I was
So-
on the winner's proof.
Oh, winner's proof, okay.
Yeah, I forgot when exactly they got that, but I know they got that.
Gotcha.
Actually, I literally can check. I'm looking at the sport. I was in PR. It was in Pride Lands. That's why.
Oh.
So, Jaylawn's still losing, unfortunately. Now, obviously, he's not technically losing. We are joking. This Pride Land just happened to be so stacked.
Yeah.
It's so absurd. It had a glide, an aerial dodge, limit
Negative
form,
combo.
Yeah, negative combo. A blizzard, an extra blizzard's nice.
Yeah.
Light and darkness.
It's a pretty juicy Proudlands. It's fine. Jaylawn's just gonna find final form when he does STT. It's okay.
True. We'll say he
Alright.
does actually get the next
Oh.
10. The EC's a 12. So he
Going
will
for
commit.
it. Yeah.
He will get that 5, and then he'll probably just dip after getting that.
Yeah. Don't really have tools to speed up windows right now, so.
What's like your personal bare minimum for doing the TR windows?
There's a lot of things that I'm okay with. If I have Wisdom, I'll do it. If I have Master Form with Fire, I will consider it if my stats are good enough, because Master Form Fire is so large, you can wipe out most waves with just a Master Form Fire, and most of the enemies in TR drop Drive Orb, so you can level your Master Form as you go. But I'm not sure what his magic set would be in Master Form, so I'm not sure it would be worth it to push right now.
Oh god, Chad's typing waters. I'm scared. Is he talking about going MLT already? No way. I feel like maybe if we get another magnet, LOD would be good.
Yeah. Or getting the Wisdom form, because Wisdom Fire's honestly not that bad for most of the fights. The only fight that would be really slow would be the Village Cave, really. Unless they have Round Break. Round Break is honestly really, really good for Village Cave. Or Magnet Splash. I don't know if they have either of those, though, to be honest with you.
Oh, we're checking the shop. I think that was a duck flare staff. Ooh,
picture
and
ice cream and skill and crossbones as well.
All those super huge.
Yeah.
Honestly, for Ragna, if he does buy those, he can just full send TT3.
Yeah, since he has already forced final form. Thunder boost as well. No thunder yet, but oh wait, no, they have a thunder from Halloween Down. Excuse me.
Ragna. Sorry, not Ragna. Jaylawn doing fun stuff. Fun fact: you can just magnet, and for some reason, Peach doesn't break out of the magnet. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
They'll just sit there and spin.
Yeah.
You can actually take advantage of that, and it's fantastic.
Wow, Thunder Boost and Shock Charm Plus in TT1.
Chat. You added that emote to your chat, Ragnar?
I have not. I will though. I did not know that emote was a thing. There's Magnera for Ragna in Tram Common. So
do you do Windows now?
Oh, dude, it's kind of tempting.
So
I'm not gonna
tempting.
lie. It is kind of tempting. Honestly, I probably wouldn't because I would be greedy and go Port Royal here, since I would have
it's
double Thunder
interesting.
Boost Thunder. You know what I mean? So Port Royal double EXP boost after PR, buy skill and crossbones, and just do PR2 really fast. Get those early stats, hopefully. Also Scimitar on final level 2.
I will say that's also double XP boost, so PR
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah. I would definitely go PR here. PR, and then honestly, depending on what my stats are looking like, I might just go SP immediately after to level grind on screens too. But that is a little bit of a risk since you're sacrificing your best leveling spot unless you want to go out of your way to level. You know, either in the world that never was or TT3 for that matter. So, could be a risk, but I would definitely consider it.
We've been seeing a lot of people like wait as long as they literally can to level.
It makes sense because, like, you want to try to get above the floor for data, so if you wait as long as possible, you have the highest likelihood of getting the most experience as you possibly can in the short time, you know?
I kind of did miss this. SP did get hinted. I believe that was the second hint. It's a
Yeah.
14, so honestly, leveling in SP doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, because of, could be a 9-5. Even if it is a 7-7, getting, like, a second fire or the third magnet even could be really nice. Or a money patch for that matter, considering they do not have the money to buy Visit Unlocks yet.
Right, money is actually super huge in these settings.
Yeah. And Jaylawn making the play. He's going.
Got that fire, that's all he needs. If only he did Pride. Oh no.
It'll be fine.
He will get his next couple hints by the time he beats Twilight Thorn. If Pride Lands does get hinted, he definitely, I feel like you just stay at that point.
Yeah.
Because you basically want, actually, you could argue that it keeps.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's a hard call. Ragna also
at the start of struggles, I think.
Yeah. Ragna also taking the time to do TT1. Just get it completely out of the way. For what it's worth, Ragna also did get Identity Disc in TT, so that's another Visit Unlock that Ragna has. Could potentially push Ragna in the direction of going SP, potentially. Probably not, because Ragna's stats really aren't looking that good right now, but the double EXP boost is definitely, tempting.
Yeah, I feel like kind of what you were saying with going to Port Royal. I feel like that might be the plan. You check shop, go PR, get your money, get your levels, go buy your Visit Unlocks. Oh, he's checking shop finally.
He's checking shop, there it is.
Perfect for him.
Oh, Battlefields is the last item. I knew I missed one. I didn't know what it was.
Oh,
though.
I saw that. 666 money. Malta.
Ragna choosing to buy picture. So Ragna's going to do Bailey for the point and to work as a flag update. So Ragna's going to do Bailey and then go right back to TT.
I wonder if he gets enough money from this to get the second unlock, or if he has to sell.
I'm not sure. I think maybe. If you count in the TT1 fight as well, or TT2 fight, pardon me, as well, maybe.
Oh yeah, he finally gets Master, which kind of sucks. He could have potentially leveled his final to 5.
Yeah.
He got that a little bit sooner.
We'll also
Quite
be getting
unfortunate.
the fire here, which will, help speed up TT2.
And Jaylawn's stats looking kind of decent. Like, decent enough for, like, Port Royal. Still not good,
Yeah.
but...
With double Thunder Boost as well, it's like PR would be you'd definitely be one-shotting the pirates. You'd get a lot of experience on the minute fight. The only thing that's unfortunate about PR is the fact that it is a relatively long world, and you do have a minute fight and a few slow force fights in there with the barrels minigame and the medallion fight. So I can understand not wanting to full commit to it. And some
for sure.
reports give you a progression point and will hint one unknown check in the world. So, for instance, the Torn Page in 100 Acre that is hinted was hinted by the report in Hollow Bastion. Jaylawn stalling damage a little bit, so he doesn't have to take a second RC.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, Pidelands doesn't get hinted. However, 2 big hints.
Ooh.
I guess we'll start with the first one. Port Royal is a 20.
Yeah,
That's an okay hint. But then,
like
boy,
that.
drives.
Yeah, 30
Ooh.
drives is kind of terrifying. It's a 21, technically, because we do know that there is a visit unlock from Ragna's side. So, 21 more points. 777 or 975.
I'd be down for a 975.
It would be interesting.
just put a 5 there. Have some pity. Ragna gets nothing from the TT2 fight.
Does get the hint reveal at the very least, though.
I feel like maybe that will push him to do PR then.
Potentially, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how Ragna feels about PR compared to other worlds. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Ragna going for Beast Castle.
I like this.
Slightly
first two.
faster progression points, and you'll get it done very quick. And Ragna's stats are actually looking pretty nice now. 30-29 at level 23.
All you gotta do is do a little XP grinding. Oh, you can see this is some awful damage from Jaylawn. This is just the problem with having not really good tools. And also, fire. Just being not great.
It's only like 8 to 10 seconds lost time, but, you still don't want to be losing time on the struggle fights.
And Jaylawn also doesn't have a draw, so that also does make things a little awkward.
Yeah, the only draws coming from the struggle bet.
That was still pretty fast, though, I will say. I've
Yeah, no,
definitely
but-
seen... I personally had Baby Fire and have gone to, like, sub 40 seconds, and it's a terrible feeling.
Yeah. Setzer can honestly be really annoying because he dies very fast. And if you hit him during certain animations, he'll do that, like, hop back and twirl at you. So, you hope that doesn't happen because that can waste a bunch of time. Also, Ragna getting
I fully
a
expect it coming
wizard
out.
from BC1, which is nice. And a report which hints the magnet in Twilight Town. So,
He's doing
great
it.
hint.
He's
Yep,
doing
there it is. It's a stupid attack. You hate to see it. You hate it. It's an awful attack. It wastes so much time.
Alright, so Jaylawn is through, I believe, just the hardest part of the STT. Everything should be pretty chill from now on.
And with Glide 3, it's fast enough. The only unfortunate thing is Jaylawn does only have aerial dodge 1, so not getting the max speed glide, instantly is very unfortunate, but is what it is.
Also, I wonder if Jaylawn full commits to the rest of STT.
I think so. You're already here. You get the points for it too. You know what I mean? Because what is there? There's a point for getting to the beam, and then is it one more for Axel 2? If I remember rightly.
From Axel 2.
Oh, is it 2 for Axel 2? Yeah, I would finish that out for sure then. You have Glide 3, the only thing that's really going to speed it up. Obviously, we know that the other Glide is in a location that Jaylawn's probably not going to until it's hinted. But the other thing with that is, I mean, yeah, an aerial dodge would speed up getting to Mansion, but overall, you're already here, just do it. Don't hold on it, Get the information, because that will be another hint for Jaylawn as well, regardless of if there's any reports here or anything. So, another hint reveal, and then... I'm not sure where Jaylawn goes after this. I'd like to see PR, like I said, but I could definitely see doing BC, or I would say maybe forcing final, but not having light and dark, I don't think he will.
Alright. He pulls the 180 and he goes Pride Lands.
Yo, I'd be so down. Actually, no, I wouldn't be down because I'd be sad that he didn't have limit for him. Immediately after clearing STT, it's like, oh hey, limit 4 was here. That sucks.
I think it's literally the first chest you get after the fight as well.
It is.
And we have yet to see if the not Pride Land start has affected things. It's very, very early to tell.
Yeah. Yes, Light and Dark was on Winter's Proof, which Geek did confirm was in Pride Lands.
Oh wow!
So 2 blizzards.
Port Royal looking pretty dead. You just go there, you kill everything. Fantastic.
Yep. Once again, really good EXP grinding, double EXP boost. Make that minute fight worth it at the very least. And I'm not sure, but if Ragna does have a drive converter, could opt to level Master Form in that fight as well.
I believe there was a drive converter found. I'm not sure which side it was.
Man, STT holding out hard.
It was Ragna that did find it.
Ragna just got the next hint, and STT is only a 7. The only thing here is the reflect.
Ouch. And we haven't found it yet. That's boy.
That is very, very unfortunate for Jaylawn's perspective. And Ragna going to Port Royal here. Really, really like this.
You just get to reflect. I feel like because it's unhinted, he do Axel, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, super unfortunate. Man, that's really trolly that he'll literally get the hints as he's
as he defeats Axel. That's not what you want to see if you're a Jaylawn fan.
Yeah, he does get Pride Lands revealed though, so maybe he'll go to Pride Lands.
That is true.
But it is only, what is it? It's only a 16.
Yeah, 16.
Actually, no, you go there.
Do you?
It's a first visit, so technically it could be a 3-3.
Oh, it could have reports. Yeah, that's true. And then the other thing is, even though it's a 9, when you have drives as a 30, from Jaylawn's perspective, you might want to try to push the early worlds that have 9s that aren't going to take too long. Also, Ragna picking up an accessory slot and the second negative combo. So Ragna does have the double negative on the table from early, if he so chooses.
I wonder if you double net. Actually, I feel like you don't do it for Roxas, but maybe for Data Marley, I consider it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your stats don't look good.
Maybe.
I will say that's actually definitely a very interesting thing to sort of think about. If the time investment to XP grind versus just doing the double negative right out the gate, which is better. Ooh, okay, he's committing to go to PR first and not do what is it? not to Pride Lands.
Yeah.
And it's a bit fair.
Ooh, unfortunate death from Ragna there. Died trying to pick up the chest during the minute fight.
He does actually get a hint from it. I wonder what's the sort of the answer is. Just so it is a 5, guaranteed.
Yep.
We'll see if either racer pushes it immediately. One of the great things about the World Nova is the bulk progression points. I think it's like 14 points overall. 14? 12.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Wait, how many fights? 10? I think it's 10.
Is it 10?
There's 5 fights, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 org members. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Simple math's hard, okay?
Yeah, 10 progression points for clearing out that world, or 10 potential per. Obviously, the world could end early. You might just be done at Roxas himself, and then just have a world of progression that's just dead.
A little bit surprised to see Ragna opting to level limit here rather than EXP grind. But
that's
fair enough.
Decent, so maybe you opt to do the XP grind in TT3.
Yeah, perhaps.
Your issue, quote unquote, for Ragna is you don't have money. So right now you should have money, potentially buy the visible.
Yeah. The other thing with TT3, like, yeah, you can level in TT3, but if TT gets hinted as dead, you're not going to TT3. You know what I mean? In limit form, in my opinion, is the easiest form to level as you go, because you can level it in just about... Ooh, another really unfortunate death from Ragna there. But you can level limit form almost anywhere, you know? So, I would definitely probably use it for levels. I understand that drives are a 21, so it could be a 975, and getting that info early is very good, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the levels are more valuable.
We actually did sort of see it with yesterday, I think, with the Sonic and Mets race, that there was just a little bit of a stat difference.
Yeah.
But that literally meant the difference between Sonic being able to catch up.
Yeah. Especially in the seed where you know that you have to fight Datas. So it's like, if you can squeeze out any stats that you can as you go, so you're not going out of your way to level grind, it's really good. Like, for what it's worth, Jaylawn is almost caught up with Ragna, stats-wise, by level grinding there. And Ragna's done, like, TT2 and whatnot. So it's, like, pretty nice in that regard.
Yeah, their magic is the exact same.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that is just maybe an accessory and key difference.
Either accessory and key, or the next 2 levels are only strength, perhaps.
Okay, is Jaylawn... Yeah, okay, he's gonna try to get hints and hit intentionally, I think, maybe?
Yeah, he wanted to.
It's a little awkward.
He wants to get shot, because the shot will bring him into critical health. They're both in the darkness. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he might be just bailing on it at this point. Alright, Ragna gets a report and dips out because no 5.
I feel like you can consider actually just doing the
Barbosa.
fight. Yeah, it's 2 progression points, and it's such a quick fight with your stats.
I don't hate just dipping immediately, because that also does guarantee... That reveals a 5 in SP as well. So, I get it.
Yeah, was it Valorform getting hinted is actually pretty amazing.
Yeah, with forms having as many points as they have left. Very nice to have.
Honestly, though, I think you consider maybe you have to go back. You need that wisdom. That's kind of also a little concerning point.
Yeah, that is a fair point. Leaving the wisdom there completely open when there is potential to be a proof, or what have you, on drives could be a little bit scary. Let's see if Jaylawn ends up doing it here.
Ooh, so Ragna
I feel like
it's leveling early.
I feel like Jaylawn probably does continue, because he only has 1 form right now, and there are 30 points from his perspective on drives. So trying to get that wisdom form makes sense.
It is a pretty chunky amount for sure.
Yeah. Especially when you're missing all but one form, you know? It's like, ugh, I should probably try to make up that difference. And once again, Barbosa is such a fast fight. Wow!
Ragna's missing out.
Magnet and Wisdom right there. Do you think Jaylawn goes to SP immediately since he has Magnega?
Not
level
LOD.
rise? You go LOD? Yo, Lauders?
No, but honestly, man, it's like, it might be worth it to do level grinding. Agrabah, I like this.
Oh, I actually really like this. You can level Wisdom form and Master form here if he has the Drive Converter. Like, I really like this play.
Yeah, he hasn't done... so you get a Drive Converter from Threshold, as we saw Ragna get his.
Oh, gotcha.
But we haven't seen Jaylawn enter it, so... I think he's just Wisdom branding only. This is still a great spot, though.
Absolutely.
Agrabah will always just be the spot where you gotta level your Master and your Wisdom forms.
Master, Wisdom, and Valor. You can level Valor super fast on the Treasure Room fight because of how many enemies you're hitting simultaneously. It's really such a good option. Also, Ragna through SB1 gets Valor from the World Completion. So, 5 guaranteed in the second visit. And another form for Ragna. Ragna only missing the Wisdom form from Port Royal now.
Man, look at Ragna's stats though. Level 34, but only 32 strength, 35. This is super awkward.
Oh my god. Devastators are terrifying.
Wait, so this is going to be interesting for Jaylawn. He now has to find a Blizzard.
Oh,
now, he does have one hinted, so he probably will go to Beast Castle.
Beast Castle, yeah.
I feel like you also just finish Beast Castle. Like, you just do all of Beast Castle 1 up until Beast Room if you're going there.
Mm-hmm.
But you can argue from Jaylawn's perspective to just do the... or get the Blizzard, then dip, and just maybe like push your progression. Like, he could do Timeless River, get those few progression points, see what else gets hinted.
Do the guaranteed content. Also, really fast Treasure Room fight with Magnega there. Man, these Devastators are brutal, man. Ragna getting the EXP boost this fight, though. This is going to be a lot of bonus experience for Ragna. Oh my god, just gliding through the shots is so terrifying. That's so stressful.
I will also say, something to note is that Scimitar is on final, and Jaylawn does not have that. Yep. So this is even more awkward for Jaylawn.
Yeah. Jaylawn is not in a great spot right now.
Could change very quickly. He literally just needs to do Pride Light. If he just walks in there, does the full shotgun like he normally would, then he'll be in a perfect spot. Yeah, because then you'll have Light and Dark, and because he has Light and Dark, he'll force final. Then you'll do TT1 station, get final up to... He can probably get final 6, actually, right? Or can he only get 5 with Magnega? I'm not sure. You should be able to get 6. Yeah. So he gets final completely capped out, gets the Scimitar there, and potentially more things off of drives. A little bit of an awkward fight here from Jaylawn. His party members got frozen at the end, which never really want to see. At Ragna up to level 40 and only has 45 magic in final form. Oh boy, and he's already exhausted screens since he's over here. Levels are not looking good right now. I will say, the 2 datas we have so far listed are double negative comboed. Yeah, that's true. Flare Force and Fantasia are both in the shop as well. Oh, there's a proof here. Oh man, so all 3 proofs have been found. And then, wait, this is actually every boss you can double negative combo. That's true. That's true. This is a free seed. Literally now, for these guys, all it comes down to now is Ragna just needs to guess correctly. Ragna has 3 5s on the board, though. There are 3 locations that Ragna can go to. Yeah. Between World That Never Was, TT3, and Agrabah. I honestly would probably see Ragna going TT3 here, since Ragna has already done TT2, has Ice Cream in the shop, and can, potentially get
some higher levels to potentially speed up datas.
Yeah, no,
Jaylawn
I
also
agree with
using
that
Master in TR, trying to get a few form levels and squeeze it out.
Still has to look for whatever this 23 is.
Yeah,
You know there's a scimitar, but he doesn't know that.
yeah. It was on Final 2.
I feel like the only way that this like heavily goes in Jaylawn's favor is if he lucks out and gets final
Yeah.
in some random worldy guesses. I don't know, because in this position, you reasonably do East Castle for the Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, maybe. Oh yeah, there's no other Blizzards because there's two in Beast Castle. There's one in Pride Lands.
When Pride Lands, yeah.
I mean, I guess from Jaylawn's perspective, you're also pushing this 7 in the hopes it is a Blizzard.
Well,
So that's
that
also very
reveal
smart.
for Jaylawn definitely pushes him towards Beast Castle. Beast Castle being a 40, you know. So, definitely going to go there for the Blizzard, I think, after this. Oh, Ragna going world that never was. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Never
he
mind.
was doing it
Oh,
to update
bot
his
ice cream, bot
flags.
ice cream, yeah. So, you're hoping, if you're Ragna, that this is an underground concourse, so you're not pushing all the way to Mansion. Also, just want to point out, Ragna's stats are below his level. Level 42, 40 strength, 39 magic.
Oh.
That
At least
is,
you got double negative combo.
Yeah, that is really not what you want to see.
For like base game content, you're barely happy with that.
Yeah, no, like that's enough, obviously. But if you're up to level 40, it's like, man, I spent a lot of time leveling and it's barely impacted it. Man. Hopefully this 5 is here. Because if it's not, Ragna's going to be going all the way to Mansion. Which, you know, could be a blessing in disguise, potentially. If stats start rolling in really fast, but you never know. I assume that Ragna probably does Agrabah next, just because it's the first visit. Get it out of the way really quick.
Maybe? Does have a paid. Well, I feel like maybe you just commit to your 5s, right? So it's either he
Yeah.
does that or the world never
Well,
was.
that never was, yeah.
I will say it is working out in his favor a little bit that he did not necessarily push Barbosa, although
Yeah.
would have been nice. Oh wow, that's another Thunder.
Mhm.
That'll definitely be nice for visits like Agrabah.
So that's a 777 on drives, so neither of them... Well, I mean, realistically, Jaylawn can still get baited by it, but we know that it's just a 777 because it's a Fire Thunder, and then another magic of some kind. Or Money Pet.
Right. Ooh, okay. Jaylawn is going to level. He went to put ethers on all his party members.
Yeah, no Stitch, unfortunately. Once more in the Mansion.
That's kind of like okay. That's like nice, but at the same time, it's like it doesn't matter. I guess,
Yeah,
because you're just gonna.
It depends on if you end up double negativing or not. You know, if you're confident, I mean, the fights are technically faster if you don't. So
I don't know. With their stats and tools,
I think even at level
rough.
1 it would be faster as long as you don't mess up. But you have to not mess up.
All right, at Matthias, prove us wrong. Tell me.
No, I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure. that
I
the
also
Omega's
don't know.
slower.
I have zero idea either.
Yeah, I could be completely wrong. Level 1 stats, if you don't mess up the fight, it's faster to do datas than it is to double negative, correct? Is what the question was, Matt. Depends on the tools. I guess that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my god, Jaylawn is climbing levels. His thing
Yeah.
says 32, but his level say 39.
Yeah, 39. These stats are very sad, though.
He was using the coolest thing Jaylawn just did right now. He was using Master Form. He was using Master Magnet. His levels still aren't caught up. 40. It's this 41. He's at 46. Okay, 43, 47. Oh my god, it's still climbing. His stats are awful. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
these are some bad sets. And also, Ragna is committing the world that never was for the known 5 there. And another 5 in 100 Acre has been hinted as well.
More baits. Okay, so
Alright. Stats are so bad!
Also, levels is now confirmed as 0, so it's whatever. I mean, so what? No, these stats are just bad. There's no more copium.
Yeah, these stats suck.
Okay, Magic's climbing actually a little bit.
But
now.
he's also in master form though.
Oh,
Remember
that's
that he's
true.
getting double, extra stats from the Keyblade.
God, the stats are off.
All right, Ragna going to Agrabah, getting the last information. Ragna will have all the information for the datas at this point.
He actually does have every magic.
Yep.
It's Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, so he will be able to just do this too. The only thing that he is missing that he probably maybe wishes he had was maybe that magnet from Port Royal, but that's really it.
I mean,
So,
even if Magnera's more than good enough.
Yeah. So Ragna will be in go mode. Essentially, just needs to do the 3 world clears and then 2 bosses. Or rather, do the 2 remaining world clears since he's already done through SP.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're Jaylawn... Actually, wait, Jaylawn's missing Identity Disc from
Yep.
TT.
TT.
Oh.
TT1.
Yeah,
TT1
this is only
station.
TT1. Man, this is like definitely just not in Jaylawn's favor from
No,
just a
not at
few
all.
unfortunate rounding choices.
Yeah,
I
Ragna
think
has
it literally
8.
is that Pride Lands.
Yeah,
It's literally that Pride Lands.
because no access to final form, no. Yeah.
No access to
And
Identity
the
Disc.
SCP as well. It's not. Oh no, an anti form.
Oh,
That's from going into
no.
form so much on the screens, but yeah, it's not.
Kill him, please. Oh, no. It's terrible.
I will say it's not even just the Pride Lands. It's also one hint off of SCT being hinted dead. You know what I mean? Like that's a big time investment as well. There were a lot of things that contributed to.
Go, Jaylawn, go. Yes.
Wow, that hit! I'm very surprised at that hit.
I don't know how that hit.
Yeah, Ragna's in go mode. Just has to clear Agrabah 2, and then clear the rest of TR, which is really, really fast. And then we get to see a lot of jumping and hitting the attack button one time, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to double negative combo. Somehow this card ended up being rolled that it is all bosses you can double negative combo. There's like a few you can't. Like only like 3, right? Demix, Luxord, Zemnis.
Vexen, technically. Like, you kind of can on Vexen, but you'll just DM, so.
Yeah, Zigbar as well.
Zigbar, Zalden.
Oh yeah, it's, hell, Zalden.
Yeah, double negative on Zalden. See how that one works.
Double negative aerial finish.
Let's go.
I would love to watch that if someone actually makes a video of that.
Oh,
That
would
be
be paid.
fantastic.
Axel is double negative combo. You just want to dismiss the fire floor before you start it, otherwise he'll DM like 4 times and you're just sitting there. Suffering.
Yeah, the strat you do typically, if you just want to start with double negative, is you do a couple hits, let him go into the wall with some kind of ground finisher. Whether it's the basic ground finisher or another one, it doesn't really matter. It'll knock him into the wall.
Yep.
Do the RC, and then you just start the double negative over and again. As long as you just don't move Sora, he also don't get hit by the fire. I believe if you move a little bit, you can get clipped by the firewall and just die.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, this makes sense from Jaylawn, unfortunately. He just pushed the rest of this visit.
It's a 40, man.
You push that 16? I feel like maybe you do.
In Pridelands?
Sorry, for Beast Castle. Saw Ragna has 16 remaining at the end of Beast's room. It could
I don't
be your
know.
Final.
If you do.
could be your scimitar technically as well.
Yeah, maybe because the other thing is B-Skull was in the shop, correct? So
Yes.
yeah, maybe you do push that because Beast SLT is a fast second visit. But I don't know, if you're also looking for 9s, you'd probably go Pride Lands at this point, right?
I feel like he might be committing to it and not doing it. It might not be big enough of a number for Jaylawn to want to consider.
Does have auto final. The only unfortunate thing about auto final is there's not many good places that you could level auto final because you would have to do the world that never was basically, or do it in BC2 if you push that far, because you can't do it on the station fight because it ends right before you get critical health basically. So
randomly decide to do TT3 to level auto final.
you could do that, yeah, with picture and ice cream there, I suppose. Alright, Ragna through the carpet minigame.
Yo, what a nice guy, Ragna. Checking the chest roots. He doesn't have to.
Hey, it could be explosion there, you know?
True. We actually don't have a ground finish, right?
Ragna has finishing leap.
Okay. Sorry.
Not ideal, but, you know, it is a ground finisher. It's better than nothing. Also, a little bit crazy to note, Jaylawn's loadless is only 30 seconds behind Ragna's now. And that's with doing all of SC2. So there's not even that much of a loadless advantage at this point.
Yeah, I think it's, what is it, we need to also add the 15 seconds.
Oh, that's true, actually, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So it's even larger of a difference.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of crazy that it's actually only that much of a difference.
Yeah. Alright, Ragna through. Genies of Fire basically in go mode, just has to do Windows, Boat Peep, TRP, and then Data Rush, basically. Going right in for Lexaeus as well.
And we do have to actually see 3 AS fights first.
Yeah.
So we are getting 6 super bosses, quote unquote. That is the interesting part about this seed. Now, granted, they're all pretty okay. I think Marley definitely is probably the longest AS to do.
Yeah, for sure. I guess you could argue maybe Lexaeus could be long if you get DM'd. But
I wonder if Ragna just goes straight for... I feel like you go straight for the data. I think because you see your stats, you're like, okay, I'm not going to get above the floor. Might as well just do these fights normally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ragna doesn't have any items on, really. Only a Mega Potion, I think it was a High Potion, and a single Mega Elixir.
Oh, unfortunate for Jaylawn.
Yeah.
Is he going to Raw Force Final? No. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have the 5 from SP. He just finished SP1, but because he's missing like so many different things.
Yeah,
pushing
there's so many things contributing to the way that Jaylawn is running right now. You know what I mean? It's not like this is a bad choice at all. It's a guaranteed 5. You're only missing 1 proof. You know. Same thing goes for 100 Acre. So that's unfortunate.
Clipped. How is he alive? So much iframes.
30 defense as well.
Did you see that combo boost damage?
Yes,
that was one whole... I think that was literally a whole bar.
Yeah. Yeah, Ragna is really struggling on the items front right now. Should be fine. This should be enough items to just get to the point where you're double negativing every boss, so it should be fine.
I hope that Ragna does know you can double neg all these bosses.
I would assume
it is kind of like
Ragna
weird.
knows
It's kind of weird knowledge.
HBS 2/5s. Oh, you're right. Oh, that's actually really bad.
It's a Trinity.
Yeah, so Trinity was there.
Yeah, the double 5 in HB. It's also mean.
Yeah,
So-
because Jaylawn does have membership cards, so
I think he has every 5 hinted, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. One,
One,
two,
two. No,
4, 5. Nah.
he's missing 3 5s, I believe.
Yeah. It's 2 or 3.
Oh wait, I think it's 2. I forgot about 100 Acre.
Yeah.
There's no way he does it. Yeah, okay. I think this is pretty over, unless
Yeah.
Ragna doesn't know.
I no. Just
There's
be
no-
honest.
yeah.
Even if Ragna doesn't know, Jaylawn would need to either find final, force final, do TT1 up to the station fight to get identity to this, do all of SB2, do all of Agrabah 2. I think, unfortunately, this is over. Just full stop.
This is rough. This
Yeah.
is the biggest uphill battle for Jaylawn to fight that he does not know about.
And once again, it's not even like this is a bad play that Jaylawn's doing. It's just completely unfortunate that Pride Lands had the keys. But hey, that's the risk that you take. You know what I mean? You know that everybody else is gonna do Pride Lands. That is the risk that you take if you are gonna skip it, you know?
I just realized LOD's a 24. Does he do LOD?
Oh man, he might do LOD, dude.
That's a pretty
We
big
might be
number.
seeing lodders.
a sad lotters.
Alright, Ragna on to
Actually, that
Timeless
that
Beat.
should be an email. Someone make it. Sad,
Just sad, but it's Lauder.
Lodge.
Can he math it out? Because he's still looking for Scimitar, right? And like that's part of the problem. He's looking for 2 visit unlocks. To be fair, he only knows that he's looking for 1 visit unlock, but he is
Right.
looking for 2 visit unlocks right now. He needs to find Scimitar. And even though he doesn't know it yet, he needs to find the identity disc as well.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
very
not.
unfortunate, though.
Luxord is a cheater.
Absolutely, he is. But it's in the rules of the game, so it's fair play.
True. Alright, Ragnar.
Yeah, he will probably try to clear the 5s before doing LOD. That's very true. All right, double negative
Ragnar
going
knows.
on. Going for Marley.
Now, I will say, you can't just start with double neg because Marley likes to just super armor through everything.
Yeah.
Oh, he dies again.
Oh, man, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately, when he did that second finishing hit, he went down the slope, didn't go up the slope like he intended to. Oh, okay, that's fair. So this should work. So this
Yep.
works on the AS. However, the data, the opener, is different. It's just different.
Yeah, opener Marley will teleport to the middle like he does in second phase of the AS fight. You can either hit with a reflect from reflecting the rose cage, pop a form at the proper time, hit him with a fire as per normal. There are a lot of options to start off double negative on Data Marley. It is a little bit awkward unless you're used to it though. Hopefully, in my opinion, I really hope that Ragna equips a normal combo boost before doing Data Marley so we can do a grounded fire without doing a fire finisher because it's way more laggy. Because that will give you an easy opening to start off your double negative combo.
I wonder if you can also argue that you can maybe like get Comet from the shop, Comet or Fantasia.
Comet or Flare Force,
Sorry,
yeah, you
Flare
could get
Force.
you could get either of them. Is a little bit awkward because it's not. You have to time the limit pop relatively well to make sure that you stagger him before he gets the pulls out. I mean, you could always just wait and use like the iframes from it to punish after the pulls are already out, but still. All right, Jaylawn through Luxord, got the DM skip.
Very nice. Come on, give
This
him the
5's
5.
also deep. Yeah, this is this is a
Just
little
give
bit
it.
rough.
Ain't no way.
Oh man. All right, Ragna almost through AS Martley here. Love to see
Very
it.
nice.
And now we run it back and do it again.
Do it again. Time to see this double neg 5 more times. Potentially. I don't know what Ragna... Actually, no, 4 more times. That's right. Ragna, how do you do your Marley opener, your data Marley opener? Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
So just gonna bait it out, wait for an attack. I'm surprised he didn't try to reflect, or was it guard those? Oh, never mind, that just works.
This is a little bit scary because of pools.
Oh god!
Oh my god, that was so close.
Perfectly timed.
Jaylawn also threw Syax. I believe that was Berserkless. So, well done by Jaylawn there. Surely the 5 will be here, right? Oh.
Okay, there's 1 check here, but then you gotta check everything until it's missed.
Yeah.
Just give him the 5. Just give him the 5. Have pity. Yeah,
yay!
Pity.
But Jaylawn's like, oh, okay then. Alright, where do you go if you're Jaylawn here? Like, honestly.
Oh man, that 24 looks pretty good. Oh, he's in level 4. I think that's auto fair. Is he gonna try auto final?
Does he have it equipped?
I
If
don't
he
know
does,
if
let's...
Oh, he does. Wait.
Oh!
So
Don't
he has
do
the
it,
idea.
Riku! Don't do it, Riku!
No.
You!
Riku, no. He's
So
doing it. Let's
go! There's
And
the
he gets
scimitar! Let's go!
I still think he
Auto
was,
final.
but
Oh yeah, dude. Okay,
that
like I
was
said,
amazing.
there are too many things that would have to go wrong from Ragna's perspective for Jaylawn to be able to make up the sound difference. It's just, it is what it is. Because he has some slow content in needing to do Sark and MCP. He has Agrabah 2, which is, basically can't be sped up, so. Alright, and there is Ragna done with Data Marley.
1 goal done.
Yep, 1 of 3. Probably gonna go right to Lexaeus now. Nope, going to Lurkseen. Gonna end on Lexaeus. Already has a double negative equipped. Just gonna go in and pop her on the head. A lot.
Maybe Ragna doesn't know the scene. I will say this opener is a little bit awkward because you kind of have to deal with the clone.
Yeah.
You could get lucky. Oh, the rockets! Please stop. What?
Wait, this is
Wow.
fine. This is fine. This is a guaranteed merge now. What the hell? Yep. That's a little bit scary.
I like that.
I think this might cause revenge though. Yeah.
Go in. Go in. No. So
No.
close. Now she splits.
Yeah. You know what? From Jaylawn's perspective, I think he probably goes to Hollow Bastion after this, since it's a guaranteed 5/5.
Right.
Alright, Ragna got it set up. Should be through this in no time at all.
Yeah, it took a little bit.
Yeah, a
At
little bit
least
awkward.
you got it. I feel like maybe if you just did the pilot shit, it would have been faster. For the AS.
Yeah.
Just for the AS.
Yeah, I think there is. You could argue that for sure. Alright, now the data intro. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, but
There's no way, right?
you just use Flare Force. That's all you do. You use Flare Force and you hit her over the head. Wow, crazy. Alright.
Wow.
Well done.
Such hard content.
Alright, so Ragnar's gonna be here for another, I don't know, like, minute doing this. Probably not that long. Probably like 30 seconds, but you know what I mean.
Oh, this is like a full minute.
It's really awkward. The other thing about Larkseen is her recovery animation is kind of weird. Sometimes you'll leap over her, but still hit her. So it can be really scary if you're not fully paying attention to doing the double negative, which is completely understandable because you're hitting 2 buttons in sequence repeatedly with no variation.
I feel like the most focus you'll see someone do a double negative is Terra.
I think Terra's easier than some of the other ones. Like, honestly, I don't focus at all for Terra.
It depends. If you're by the rocks, you freak out a little bit on the inside.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. The thing is, you just never let yourself get near the rocks.
True.
Because you can influence the direction that you're going in double negative by what direction you jump at the start. So if you jump to the right or left, if you jump to the right, the boss will move further to your left. If you jump to the left, they will go closer to going straight forward. If you jump neutral, they move slightly to the left.
It's also weird because for some reason Terra likes to prefer going clockwise or counterclockwise as well.
Yeah. Alright, just like say is left.
He's taking him off.
Yo, let's go.
Pepe laugh. Nah, I actually don't do it.
Content, let's go.
He's actually... Yeah, you called it perfectly, Jaylawn.
Yeah, I mean, it makes perfect sense. He's missing a proof, you know? Alright, so Lexaeus, Reflect Good is about all that you need to know about this fight. No, in all honesty, Lexaeus isn't too bad of a fight. It can get a little bit hairy because your party members can be dead for almost the entire fight. A lot of the time, just because of the nature of the AoEs that Lexaeus is able to do. One thing that is unfortunate, I don't think Ragna's doing great on items. I think Ragna has like 2 elixirs and 1 mega. Okay, it's 2 of each. So that should be perfectly fine to get through the fight. We'll probably end up taking a DM. Pardon me, because I don't think Ragna's going to be able to build back up to 5 drive here. So, Duck Flare and Reflex are going to be the best damage that Ragna can get. Going to be a little bit scary.
Far, he's fine.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's running low on items, right?
Yeah, 1 more Mega Elixir and he's out. He will get up to 5 drive, but he's still going to get DM'd, I think. Oh, that's a little bit scary. Donald.
How is Donald alive? How is Donald alive?
He was getting hit by the weak hit.
How's he alive? Okay, now he's dead. All is right in the world.
Alright, that's the last item for Ragna here. That's also not a DM power-up. He's 1 power-up away. He's gonna hit the health gate here. I don't think this DM skips. I don't think Ragna has enough damage. It's gonna be close, actually.
I feel like maybe he gets enough to do a Flare Force finish.
As long as Ragna keeps MP, this should be fine.
Oh, he's got it. I think he's got it.
The skills.
Oh no!
Donald!
Was that Donald?
Yep, that was Donald. Okay, so that's a result of Duck Flare being broken on PC. So normally, Donald cannot act during the Flare Force finisher, but because the English ports of the HD collection increase the length of the limit, Donald is able to be actionable during the limit finisher. If Lexaeus takes a hit during that scenario where he's, ready to DM. Oh no! Oh, okay.
Okay.
And that's it for Ragna.
Wow, and GG's. What happened to see that? I'm so good.
That was a really, really fast scene too. But yeah, if Lexaeus gets hit by a party member or anything of the sort when he should be powering up, he will just iframe and power up. And because Donald swung during the Duck Flare, Lexaeus said, "Alright, cool, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go into final phase." GG's to Ragna, very well done.
God, look at this time. And obviously there was double negative involved, but 3 datas, 3 S's, 3 datas.
Yeah.
Sub 120 real time. Damn. That was so fast. My God.
It's crazy to think just how many minute things push Ragna into the right direction. You know what I mean? Getting Light and Dark from Pradlands to be able to force final form, so that way you can go to TT and level, and then you get Identity Disc, so you push that 5. There were a lot of factors there. Either way, Ragna played super, super good.
It was all Pridelands, man. It was
Pridelands had the keys, dude. They had the keys.
Oh my God, it was all Pridelands.
So unfortunate from Jaylawn's perspective.
God, GG's though to Ragna.
Absolutely.
That does mean Ragna moves on to finals. Wow. Look at Ragna's little run all the way from open qualifiers, through relegations, through quarters, through semis, and now at finals. That is a a train of seeds.
Yeah.
Gets to do his 5th and final seed versus the winner of VG and Sonic. So that'll be that'll be a seed when that happens. My God.